welcome to Sew Pretty Kitty. This is my vlog where I talk about all the things I love about sewing. And I'm back! The kids are at school. I love them dearly, but 6.5 weeks is a long time. And I have had minimal me time during that, other than when I'm working. I've been looking after the kids and taking them places and doing fun things, which is really good fun, but I'm kind of glad we're back into a routine now. My eldest just started secondary school, so that's been sort of a bit emotional and stressful this week. But I come to you today with my August makes, and I'm hoping this setup's going to work okay. I've had a bit of a morning of it, desperate to get back to you guys. My iPad has run out of storage, so I'm now recording this vlog on my phone. So I'm talking quite loudly because I'm hoping the microphone is okay. So August was quite productive for me. Even though I didn't have a great deal of time, I made super quick projects. And I have to say I love everything I've made. So I'll crack on with the first thing. Oh, and I might just say, because I'm using my phone today, what I will probably do, instead of changing into the clothes and showing you that way, I will show them on the mannequin because it's going to be much easier for you to see all the details that way. Okay, so the first thing that I made was the plisse skirts. So I did talk about it in a previous vlog that I wanted to make some more plisse skirts using the Stitch Sisters tutorial, and I will pop, as always, all the details of the places and things I talk about in that comment box below. They do a really good tutorial on how to draft your own plisse skirt, and I've made lots of these. My favourite one is leopard print, but I did make 3 navy blue plisse skirts this last month. Yeah, because it's September now. So this is a navy blue plisse from Fabricland, and I put this bright fuchsia elastic on it, and I just love the contrast between that. This is for my youngest, who is 8, so you can see it's a little tiny one. I made myself one as well, but I just put boring black elastic on that, and that was hopefully to wear to work, although I did overestimate the amount of elastic I was going to need. I was having one of those days, do you ever get them where you feel a little bit bloated and uncomfortable in everything you're wearing? And I think I had a reasonably tight pair of trousers on when I was making this skirt, and I just couldn't bear the thought of anything being too tight around my tummy. So I overestimated the elastic, and now it's too loose. So I really do need to cut it off and sew it back on again, and I'm hoping to get around to doing that at some point. So that was the first 3 things I made in August. Then I moved on to the Kielo wrap dress. So I was wearing this in my last vlog, and I said I'd talk more about it, so I will. The Kielo wrap dress by Named Patterns is, everybody's made one, it seems. I'm really late to the party. There's lots of pictures on Instagram if you use the hashtag Kielo wrap dress. I just really thought that everybody who wore it, no matter what body shape you've got, it's really quite a flattering cut, and so I thought I would have a go, and had some lovely stripy fabric which I talked about previously from M. Rosenberg and Sons when I went to the knitting and stitching show a while ago. So it's a lovely stripy kilo, and I will cut to her mannequin, Agatha, that's her name. She helps me with my fitting mysteries, hence why she's called Agatha. And yeah, so you can take a closer look at my kilo. So here's Agatha. Say hello, Agatha. She is exactly the same height and size. Oh, you can see the light there. Size as me. I was really careful to adjust her properly so I get a good idea of fitting. And she's just wearing a Tilly in the Buttons, is it a Frankie? No, a Freya, that I made out of some really thick ponte, which I really sort of went off straight away, but it makes a great cover for her, so it's hiding all the padding and, you know, gaps and whatnot. Anyway, this is the Kielo wrap dress, and I will pan down so you can see her in all her glory. It's I'm sure you've seen this before, everybody's made one of these it seems, except for me. Some of the nice features about it, we have got these, I believe they're called French darts. So they start up high and go to the apex of the bust rather than coming in from down below. And I just love how that shapes the bodice. I have to admit, I was a bit sceptical when I first started and thought to myself, darts in jersey? Who does darts in jersey? But I think it works. I think they're really nice and they give it a really lovely shape on the bodice. So yeah, do like those. The neckline and the arms are finished just with an overlock stitch and then turned in the narrowest amount I could manage and then twin needled. I did briefly consider putting a neckband on, but it seemed fairly straightforward to do that, and actually it's given a nice neat finish, so that's fine. I've also done the same on the arms. And I had to bring this seam up by about 1.5 inches because the armholes are actually quite wide and my bra was sort of poking out from here. So I took this seam up by 1.5 inches and that solved that problem. It's got lovely long ties which can be tied either at the front or at the back. And the only disappointing thing with this dress is I did not have enough yardage to make sure I stripe matched the front and the back of the dress. So if I turn her round so you can see the back, you need a lot of yardage when you've got a variegated stripe. Is that how you say it? Variegated? I don't know, I probably made that up. But you can see I've stripe matched all the way down this seam at the back. That seemed to me to be the most important seam to be matching. And also it's got these lovely long, are they called fisheye darts, I think, where they scoop in and back out again. So it's got 2 darts in the back. And I did make sure that I stripe matched all of that so it would look super neat. And there's a little vent at the bottom so allow you to walk comfortably. So yeah, unfortunately didn't have enough yardage to match the front and the back pieces of the dress. So we've gone from one sort of stripe to another, which is why at the front here you get this sort of difference in stripes, which, you know, I don't hate. I think ideally if I had had more fabric I would have definitely matched that up. But when you're wearing it, it adds a little bit of added interest to the wrap to have a slightly different stripe. So yeah, super comfortable. Obviously way too cold now to wear this dress, really. I've worn it once, but I'm hoping to get it back out next summer. And you never know, there might be some more warm weather this year. But I'm glad I've made it. And you can also get add-ons for sleeves with this pattern. So I might look into that for the winter. So there is the kilo. So that's the fourth thing I made, if you count the other skirts as 3. So then one of the issues I had this summer was finding clothes that were cool and comfortable to wear to work, because a lot of the things I've made are sort of cardigans or jackets or smart sweatshirts, the toaster sweater out of a thinner sort of like winter jersey, and I really didn't have that much that wasn't dressy dress that I could wear to work. So I picked up my Beginner's Guide to Sewing with Knitted Fabrics by Wendy Ward, and I've used this book before. I will of course pop the link down below. And on the front cover of that book is the Peak t-shirt dress, and I absolutely love that dress. I thought, well, that's perfect. That's going to be great for just popping on and being comfortable, but also looking kind of smart. So I found some fabric in my stash, which is like a marl grey jersey. Here it is, with birds on it. And this is a very simple shape, this dress. The sleeves are set in on the flat, and there's no front and back, they're the same either side, so there's no issues there. We're putting the sleeves in, easy peasy, and it comes just below my knee, and in the middle here you've got a piece of elastic, which if I show you on the inside is just stitched along a line like that. So I will cut to Agatha and show you in a bit closer detail. So this is the peak t-shirt dress by Wendy Ward, and I'll just pan down and show you. It's a very straight, very uncomplicated dress, a little bit like the Till in the Buttons Bettine dress but with no pockets, and I love this dress. I can't tell you how many times I've worn it. It's gone through the wash a lot. It's a perfect dress for work. You can dress it up with beads and a belt, and I'll try and insert some pictures at some point in the video for you to see that. But it's just super flattering. This jersey is the perfect weight for this dress. It hangs lovely, it skims over your tummy, and it has this row of elastic that's stitched on the inside with a zigzag stitch. That was tricky, let me tell you. My sewing machine nearly went out the window. It does not like zigzag on jersey for whatever reason. It will zigzag all day when it's a woven, but with jersey, no chance. So I bought myself, on the advice of Alex from Gingerhead Co, and again I'll put her YouTube channel down below so you can go and see what she's been up to. She recommended on Instagram that I use super stretch needles. I think they're made by Organ, but I will pop the details, and actually that worked a treat with my second version. So the neckband, just a standard, you know, jersey neckband. I didn't top stitch around here because I didn't want to interrupt these lovely birds. The sleeves, what I've done is I have overlocked and then turned under and then twin needled, which gives you almost the look of a cover stitch machine without the added expense, although obviously, you know, if I had extra money I would love a cover stitch machine. But yeah, I think that gives you almost as professional a finish, and I've done the same on the hem. And it's just a really, really simple but wearable, comfortable, smart and casual dress, and so I knew I had to make another one. So once I'd made that grey version and worn it practically every day since it came off the sewing machine, I had to make another one. And in my last haul video, I'd been to Fabricland and they had a bit of a discount on, and I'd picked up this really nice jersey t-shirting with black and white stripes on it. So immediately, it literally stayed in my stash for about 24 hours before I made it up into another peak t-shirt dress. So here's the second one. And I will cut to Agatha so you can see it in more detail. So here's a second peak t-shirt dress that I made, and this is black and white striped cotton jersey with I think 3 or 5% elastane. I can't remember what the composition was, from Fabricland, which was really inexpensive. I think this dress probably only cost me about 2 or 3 quid to make, and I love it. So I positioned the stripes as such so I could get a really nice finish on the neckband, and with this one you can see that I've actually done some twin needling rounds just to make it lay perfectly flat. I, same as before really, did the same with the sleeves. You can't see there, but this fabric is slightly lighter weight, so it hangs slightly differently when I'm wearing it, but is nonetheless comfortable and just a wardrobe staple really. I think the fact that the skirt portion it's slim, it doesn't flare out, and with the elasticated waist it kind of bags over almost like you're wearing a t-shirt tucked into a skirt, and that is just such a lovely look. So I can't tell you how pleased I am with these two dresses. They are perfect, and I'm hoping perhaps if I can get maybe a slip or something to wear underneath them, I'll be able to wear them in the winter, because otherwise I think they might stick to tights and things. But I can totally recommend this pattern. Takes very little time to do, and if you can make a jersey t-shirt then you'll be well away. I also was thinking actually you could make this longer and maxi length, and that would be a really lovely dress for the winter or the summer, actually probably more of a summer dress than maxi dress. But yeah, perfect. Thanks, Wendy. Super pattern. So those are the things I made in August. I also made a couple of pea bags for people whose children were starting reception class, and I will try and insert pictures of those here. And so it's now on to autumn. In fact, also, it feels like we're missing autumn out, and someone has just flipped the switch and it's gone summer, winter, because the outside, I can't tell you how cold it is today. I almost put the heating on. I'm wearing a Linden sweatshirt already, and we're only just into the beginning of September. This is one I made last year from this lovely sort of warm but quite lightweight jersey from Fabricland. And yeah, I can't say, there were other things on my list of things to sew for summer, and I thought I might get a couple more done before summer was gone, and yeah, it went overnight. So sadly, it's more like winter out there today. It's pretty chilly, it's windy. You know how us Brits like to talk about the weather. So I am moving on to autumn winter sewing plans, and I have a whole bunch of things I want to make, so that will be my next vlog. I also have in the pipeline the Cricut vlog that I have been putting together for ideas of how to use a Cricut machine when you're sewing, so that is in the pipeline. As I said, it's been the summer holidays, so there's been zero time for stuff like that, but now they're back at school, I am on it. So if you like my videos, please click that little thumbs up and subscribe, and I'm really grateful to everybody that keeps coming back. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Thanks then. Bye.